Well, there it is. Hi guys, this is Witty and this is an instructional video on how you can suggest maps to me to be played on the channel on YouTube or on Twitch. So, Ivan Popov sent me a message basically demonstrating how he would do it, and it's damn close to how I'd like you guys to do it. So damn close, I created a video on how I would love it to be done. So he decided to send me links to the map names, the links to the maps themselves, a little description including, you know, roughly how long it would take to complete the map and a few bits of tips and tricks here and there. So, for example, let's take a look at Hero Siege version 22. We're going to come over here. Oh, look, here it is. It's a link to the map. This is what I want. I don't want a download link. I want a link to the map, whether it be hosted on Epic War or Hive Workshop. It has to be a link. That way I can add it to my favorites. So this way we go, okay, let's add that. That gets added. Then when that's added, it'll be moved over into my bot. I will upload it. Therefore, it can be then played with the community. And I will create a little straw poll for it. So you can see Hero Siege RPG version 22. I'll create that straw poll. And over at the Nightbot, I will then create a little command that will allow me to paste in the channel the link to that straw poll so that you guys can then decide whether you wish to keep. That means play the map in future games or remove it. That means basically never see the map again. So with that said and done, we'll take for an example this Witty Showdown map that some guy called Witty made. We're going to add that to my favorites. Well, what would that look like in my favorites right now? Well, it would look something like this. It's down here. That's how it comes through. It's got no description, nothing to do with it. So I would say, okay, I know what this map is. It's a Warcraft 3 map. It is actually a melee map, not a custom map, because it technically is standard melee. It is 12 players, so I would write in 12. And past this point, I would write in the name of the author, which is me. Well, what do you know? I created it. And then I would write in melee. And perhaps if I wanted to write in any further tags, it would be something like 12 player, or 6 versus 6, or 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus 3, a free for all. So with that said and done, as you can see, if we come up here to the links that were suggested by Ivan Popov, which is basically all of these, although I wonder if, yeah, that is all of those, I believe. So we'll take the Hero Siege one, for example. There's a link to the map, there's a link to the straw poll, as you can see, and a little description underneath that I can then read and basically give advice to the players as well as myself on how to best demonstrate this map for future content, as well as for people to create and give a great experience for the viewers watching and also the players playing the map, so we can all have a good time. So, how would I want your message to look with all of this said and done? Well, I've created a little template, and here it is. So what I will do is I will put this in the description of this video so you can use this as a future reference. The left side is the template and the right side is basically the template explained with an example of a fake map that I created. So if we go through the left side, which is the basic template, it will be your name, the name of the map, the link to the map, the number of the players, the average time requirement for that map, the type of map it is, be it melee, altered melee, or custom map, and if it is a custom map, state what type it is, a brief description, so this will include how a typical play of the map would go through, and advice. These would be tips, tricks, thoughts that may help to demonstrate the map better to the viewing audience as well as the players playing. So let's go through my example. Your name, WTiiWarcraft, or Richard Langley, whichever name you wish to go by. Don't write in your personal name if you don't want me to refer to you with your personal name. Simply write down a nickname instead. Or if you do wish me to refer to you with your personal name, then please write that down, because that's basically what I'm going to read out. The name of the map. The name of the map is Hero Battles. Remember, this is all made up as an example. Link to the map is a link to a epicwar.com link, which is completely fake and won't work, so don't try it. And again, you could use Hive Workshop. So number of players, 8. Average time requirement, well, it takes 30 minutes, but perhaps you might want to add in an extra, you know, suffix or something like that, where it's like, oh, perhaps you know, a long play might take 1 hour. Or if you are all amazing, then it might only take 15 minutes. You might want to write that down, but try to give me an average if you can. And of course, the type of the map, be it melee, altered melee, or custom map, it pretty much comes under those categories. So for example, this map is a custom map. It would be custom hero defense. So the name of the type of the tag of a map. So hero defense, hero arena, RPG, tower defense, those kind of things, those kind of categories. The other thing to describe what an altered melee is, in case I didn't do it before, an altered melee is basically a melee map, but it is modified in some way, shape, or form, be it with mechanics, be it with starting gold, something as simple as starting gold, or player alliances, or more typically, reskin models, new units, and, well, buildings, or both basically, newly skinned and recreated races. So anything along those lines, any melee map that is altered. So for example, my Witty Hoedown map, which is the one with all the crazy unit models that fire off murlocs and they die as they're flying through the air. That's an altered melee, because that is a melee map that has been changed due to the reskins of the models. Whereas Witty Showdown is simply a 12-player version of Gold Rush. Nothing else is modified. The map is still bog standard normal melee map, but it accomplishes, that's not the right word, but we're going to use it, 12 players. So there's the differences there. And a brief description of my fake map here is each player starts with one hero and a barracks that auto-spawns units down each player's lane. Destroy the other player's barracks to win. Side stuff to do includes creeping for items and events that occur every 5 minutes called Duel Battles, where players are randomly picked to fight each other in a small arena. It's fantastic. So that's just a little heads up as to what you might expect from the map. Advice going into the map. Well, you might want to start off with buying 5 potions of health at the start and last hit creeps as effectively as possible to try and buy that elusive gem of health before the first duel battle timer procs. So that's just a little tip to not get off to a really bad start and, you know, have a miserable time. You want players to enjoy themselves and therefore show off the map in its best light possible, because essentially the map will never get seen again if people don't have a good time. So that again goes down to you guys whether you wish to vote to keep or remove this map. So this is how I go about creating the links to these maps and how they get played on the channel. So it's a little heads up to you guys. Like I say, the description, the video description below this video right here will actually have details of these templates, so you can copy and paste them and send them either to a message to me or via email WTiiWarcraft@gmail.com, or even just in a YouTube comment. That's perfectly fine. But we'll go back to Ivan's example here, and we can just have a little brief read through that. And that's how we sent it, and that's kind of how I would like them to be sent if you can do so. I will fill in the gaps where need be, and bear in mind that, like I say, it needs to be a link to an Epic War or Hiveworks shop. So it already has to be uploaded, or you upload it yourself. Either way, I need a tangible, well, it's not technically tangible, but it feels that way, a tangible Mozilla Firefox favorite linked, so I can then link to others whenever they request it, need it, and I can then hold it and store it for future use, so I can reference it, or perhaps if the map is good enough, come back to it and play it again. So thank you very much for watching. Bear this in mind if you ever have any suggestions for any maps that you wish me to play. And if you found this video useful, then make sure to click the thumbs up and let me know any other suggestions that you might have for future videos, or opinions or thoughts that you might have for the channel to improve my engagement with yourselves, as well as just the production quality on the channel. I'm always looking to improve, and I thought this might be a quick way to go about demonstrating to you guys how we can help make that easier together. All right then, thanks guys, take care, I'll see you later.